So first and foremost, um, you've been playing it for 2 years, right? And you play the carry.
Around about 2 years, yeah.
So let's just do basically a recap. So you play League for over 2 years already. You play the carry, and you basically want, like he basically told me, like one of the things that you wanted to like learn is, for example, farming, and like when to trade, for example, just like laning phase in general, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna add me on League, because I'll basically just show you one thing, like, oh no, wait, without the queue, wait. Okay. What you should be looking to do is, whenever it comes to farm, there's like a specific like number and pattern, right? Wait, let me remove this. Okay. What you're looking to basically do is get a consistent number of farm every single game, right? It depends from rank to rank. So right now, you are... Okay, you don't have a rank, so that's even better actually for me to actually do this. Okay, perfect. So, what I would say for you is like the major like farm, like minimum farm that you should have is going to have a 10 minutes around 60 farm at least,
Okay.
right? 60 is like for like silver players, like silver player basically, right? Then you have to golds like 70 75, plats is like 80 to 85, diamonds 90, and like 90, no, actually 90 or more than 90 is basically diamonds and like challenger or whatever, right?
Yeah.
But you should be looking to basically get every single game I want at least like 60 minions or 270. What I can tell you like for you to practice is you go to practice tool every single day before you start playing, like before you start playing normal games or ranked, go to a practice tool and try to like farm for 10 minutes. Just like let's put a bot in the other side, right? You go bottom lane because it's the bot where the bot goes, yeah. And just try to get 60 minions to 70 minions at least. If you get more, perfect. But the thing is, you'll have to adapt because real players are not like bots, of course. Like real players would like try to poke you or like try to do damage to you. And one thing we're gonna do is, Jesus, wait. Okay, one of the things we're gonna do is we're gonna play a normal game, right? I'm gonna be playing support so I can like help you like from being in your lane until like when you should farm or like when you should like reset. I want to basically like try to explain the the little things about like laning phase, which is when should you recall, when should you push the wave, like when should you like freeze, which is basically is try to basically set the wave in a place where you have the wave there. Like if the enemy gets too close, you basically can poke them down, right? I'll basically teach you like the fundamentals, and we go for, like from game to game. The idea behind this is for you to get used to like the idea of you need to get this amount of farm, no matter if the game is going bad, good, or perfect. You always need to get like that amount of farm, because farm equals to money. Money or currency equals to you getting more items. Items equals to you for doing more damage. More damage equals for you to winning fights, and you win games, right?
Yeah.
Just to give you a general idea as well, 16 minions are equivalent to 300 gold, which is a kill. So if you get 16 minions but you don't have a kill, you have the same gold. So for example, your enemy laner is 1-0, but you have 16 minions more than him or 20. Then you have more gold than him. Because of the fact that you have more gold from the minions, just because he has a kill doesn't mean that he has more gold than you. It just depends on how you waste your gold, right? Simple indicators I can tell you to play is Misfortune, yes, Sivir for example, or Ezreal. Ezreal is really simple, but his early game is really weak. Like, you need to farm a lot, you need to scale a lot in order to actually, like, do damage with Ezreal. But
Yeah.
he basically peel for himself, which means you have your arcane shift, which it's kind of like a mini flash, just to say, that damages the nearest like target. So if someone is chasing you, you can like arcane shift away, so you create some space, right?
Yeah.
But the major things I would say that you need to focus on is getting more than 60 farm every single game at 10 minutes. Try to basically use the right runes as well, but then I will tell you the runes like in a bit. I'll tell you like all the runes that you need to go for every single AD carry, like AD carries that you want to play, and try to focus yourself on doing like as much as you can to like get more income, more resources, because you're gonna be the one in the backline doing damage in the team fights. Like your team basically relies on you to doing the damage when like from the back. Your tanks are just going to be a meat wall, like just standing in front of you for you to do free damage. But the thing is, this is for now like the basics, which is farming, knowing when to recall and when to not recall, and using the right runes. This is like the major things right now. The like the most basic ones that you need to get used to. For now, this is all we're gonna do, which is we're gonna hop onto a game. I'm gonna invite you to a custom game, so we can do this, and I'm gonna be playing like on a side lane with you, on a side. No, I'm gonna play against you like on the lane, right?
Okay.
And I want you to basically like I'm gonna try to play like as a normal laner would play, which is like I would try to poke you, but like farm at the same time, just so you can get like a clear idea of like how can things be done, basically. You can pick any AD carry that you want. I'll probably pick like one of my AD carries just to be like a normal lane, basically. Let's go Lucian, I guess.
Everybody dies.
Do I have the runes done?
Some just need a little help.
Am I locking in, yeah?
It depends. Okay, what AD carry are you playing?
I'm playing MF.
Okay, which runes are you taking?
Runes,
Yes.
domination, sorcery, but that's supposed to be domination. I don't know why it's sorcery.
Okay, so I would say the most like optimal for you, if you want to go for like more of a like a poke MF build, you should go either Comet on the sorcery, right? Or you go Dark Harvest. But I would say go Comet on the sorcery, then you go Mana Flow Band, Absolute Focus, and Gathering Storm. Yes. And then on secondary you go Precision, you go Triumph, and Coup de Grace, right?
So, Arcane, Mana Flow.
Yes. Absolute Focus, and Gathering Storm.
Gathering Storm. And then what was this?
Then secondary you go Precision. You go Triumph and Coup de Grace, basically, which is the last one on the left. Then you can go damage armor, for example, or attack speed damage armor. That's like the ideal runes for you. Even if you don't have the right runes, we can start the custom, don't worry. But it's just like so you can get used to it. But in case you want to go like a different build, you can go, for example, press the attack, which is the runes that I have right now. It just depends like on the way you play the champion. Because like I'm not going to tell you should play the champion one specific way if it's not how you used to play the champion, right?
Okay.
Let me see if this is recording. Okay, it is. Okay. But like the most optimal is the way the builds, like runes actually play a big impact on the game. People usually say like, oh, runes, like you can go different runes and it's not necessary for you to take like the right runes. It is. Because the runes can make a lot of difference between like you getting like, for example, a specific damage off, like some specific combos off. It makes a difference. For example, MF, you can poke with your E, since the comet is going to land for sure, you have guaranteed damage, for example.
Okay.
But it's like more in depth into the champion, basically.
So I used to go Dark Harvest because with the stacks and things like that.
It's also a good option actually going to harvest on her. But comet tends to be like better when it comes to poking specifically. Dark Harvest is if you have a really strong support who guarantee that you can get like easily the Dark Harvest stacks. It depends basically on your lane as well. I normally would go like Comet because I prefer like the guaranteed poke basically. Also the other runes you can take is the runes that I have as well right now. But I'll send you like the runes afterwards. I can send you like all the runes that you can do. Or even tell you like a website that you can search. If you want to like get specific runes for like that people normally use, right? I'll send you like the website that I normally use, which is u.gg basically. You just search the champion and you see like the runes according.
Am I just leveling up how I normally level up?
Yeah, just play like you normally do. Just come bot lane and play as you normally do. Cause I'll like study your playstyle now, and then say like what are like some major things that you can change or some major things that you can do differently. Wait, let me lower my big volume.
We're going bot lane, aren't we?
Yes.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
Okay. Because the major thing that I want you to do now is play as you normally would play. Imagine not playing against me. Imagine you're playing a normal game, right? and we're playing just normally. Because like what I want to see is like, for example, how much farm do you get this game until 10 minutes? Like how do you play your laning phase if you play like aggressive, if you play passive? How do you normally play like in general, basically as MF?
I'm quite a scared person when it comes to playing in general.
But that's something like you get used to it. It just takes time for you to get used to like playing in general, for you to feel comfortable. And like it depends also on the comfortability that you have with the champion in general.
Yeah.
Like the more you play with the champion, the more you basically feel comfortable around it. I would say like it takes around 100 games, around like that, for you to get like start feeling used to like playing a champion basically.
Yeah.
What you can be looking to do, by the way, setting up your minions so you can kill me in case I walk up, basically. Exactly. That was an up. See, exactly like that. Because you have to basically like take advantage of like your kit and what you can do with it, basically.
Yeah.
That was a close one. I was expecting to actually that for that to land, actually. That was not a bad trade, okay. I'm watching you try to kill me. But you play okay. You okay? I understand now what's your playstyle. At least like from this like couple of minutes, I understand now.
Sorry, I've probably got a really bad playstyle.
Actually, it's not that bad to be honest. I've seen people with worse playstyles. You didn't need to specifically heal after you flash, but you just needed to flash. Because I have some advantage over you, basically. But while you're not playing the laning phase, actually, bad. It's not as bad as you might think it is, actually. You're taking for too long. You can't overstay in the lane, basically. Okay, in this scenario, what you should have done, right, is since you know you don't have any okay, we're playing like 1v1 just to like see the difference, but what you should do, like for example in this type of scenarios, it's better just to like go base, right, get like items and then come back, because you don't have summoners and like you're exposed to basically into like probably dying. So it's like one of like the bigger things. Also, for example, now that I'm going base, what you should be looking to do is shove the wave so I lose minions, basically like push the wave as much as you can. But also be careful because like of the enemy jungler. In this case, there's no jungler, but like in the real like game, be careful because of the jungler, right? He might be coming bot, or he can be like pathing around bot lane. Yeah. So you should be looking to do is either like freeze, which is like just last hit the minions when they're almost dying, or push the wave. It's like that's what you should do. And I would say in this case, you should be looking to basically freeze, so I lose the minions. Because the wave is going to start like slow pushing now towards me, which makes that I'm going to lose minions, but I'm going to be in a situation where I can be ganked. That's like your main thing is also like helping like your jungler when he's basically doing something. Whenever he's probably like, if he's coming around bottom lane and you're facing the wave, you should basically like try to help as well, like by doing that. But you're not playing the laning phase actually bad. It's not that bad actually.
I always thought I played it wrong. I was always told I was playing wrong.
No, okay. There's that's the thing. It's the way people word it. Like in my opinion, it's not playing wrong. It's just playing at your best performance. It's different.
Yeah.
You have to be careful because you don't have any summoners. See, that's the thing. For example, now you don't have any summoners. You need to play a little bit more defensive. Now you can play more defensive. Because while you don't have any summoners, you need to play defensive. Because there's no way you can basically... Now we fight together, right? You're gonna lose because I still have my summoners up, but you don't have yours.
Yeah.
That's basically what... Basically, it's capitalizing on the enemy's mistakes. Basically. But it's something like with time you will learn. Like it will take a while, But it's gonna be fun.
I'm not dying again.
No, I'm not gonna kill you now. Don't worry.
Is it alright to recall then?
I would say you should get the wave always first. This wave that just arrived to your turret. Now you recall after that wave, basically. Not if you're like that low on HP, of course, but in this case, it's fine for you to like to shove the wave, but you have to be careful, like, as to where do you stand, basically. So I could just do this and like shove you. See, it's like you have to be really careful. Now you go base for sure. Now you need to really go base. But it's the way I'm basically showing things. For example, now that I know that you have to go base, because if you stay, you're gonna die. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna shove. That forces you to like either stay and die, or lose minions. See, this is small things that's like start building up basically. Because if you like look at the CS difference that we both have, I have 28 more minions than you because of the pressure that I'm doing. And that's what I want you to be doing to other people, is pressuring them to the point of them being like, wait, if I stay I'm gonna die. And then you have basically control of the lane.
Okay, they're like kind of just pressure.
And hell.
It's like, especially with MF, you should be able to like feel like pressure always with your Q. Try to get as many Qs as you can, because yes, you will run out of mana eventually. That's true, but that's why you go base. It's just so you can basically like reset, get some mana, and go back to lane.
Yeah.
Also, you don't need to rush boots. Normally, it's not necessary for you to rush boots, since what you're looking to get is always your serrated dirk, which is when it builds to your Yomos, basically. You should always be like looking forward to getting this. So I would say basically get your serrated dirk before you get your boots. For example, now you can pressure me because I have to farm the minions. Either I farm the minions and get poked by you, or just leave the minions away. See, you wanna trade because of this. That's basically how you play lane. Now see, you shouldn't come way too forward, because I have my minion wave. So I'm gonna win the trade, and plus I have life steal. So that's like small mistakes that you will like eventually like start like auto doing, right? Whenever you're into game, and will start like getting easier for you to get used to it, basically.
Ow.
I'm just putting you in a situation where you like understand, like for example, hey,
Yeah.
if you're playing against someone who like is really aggressive in terms of playstyle, like I normally am, this is how they're gonna play. They could even like flash in on you right now, but I'm not gonna flash because I want to see like how much you like minions you get from the pressure, like from me being like putting pressure on you, basically. And you're not performing bad actually, just you're actually performing good. Despite like me putting a lot of pressure on you right now, it's not that bad.
Stay close to the devil.
It's good for somebody to actually give me positive feedback for once.
What do you mean?
Like, I'm always being told, oh, you're doing this wrong, you're doing that wrong.
See, the thing is,
Like that. And it's like,
if people say like, oh, you're doing something wrong, but then don't tell you like how can you improve, then how the fuck are you supposed to improve?
I don't know.
But I'm enjoying the way you're playing lane phase. You're playing lane phase better. Actually, really good. It's not as bad as people might tell you, because I'm playing like an AD carry that is really aggressive early game, which is Lucian. Lucian is really aggressive early game, and he should like capitalize on being aggressive early game to like get some pressure. That's why, for example, right now I have more minions than you, but it's because I know how to play Lucian. That's like one of my favorite AD carries. But also I'm playing like Lucian as you should be playing, which is pressure the enemy AD carry and try to make sure that you win the trades.
Yeah.
But it's not, because now if you go, for example, into a practice tools alone and try to farm, or if you go into a practice tool and we just farm, you see the difference of your minions. Right now you have like 50 minions, like around like 50, I would say 55, after you get like this whole wave. But like if we just like farm and don't poke each other, you will get like way more farm. But the thing is, you need to also like be like aware of the two situations, which is one, the enemy DK is gonna push you like some buttons, or the DK is not gonna do anything. He's just gonna look at you and farm, basically. Yeah, it's around 55, 54 basically. So it's not that bad actually. It's actually decent. I'm assuming you never played ranked, right?
I think I played one ranked flex with Nikki.
That's not that bad actually. I've seen people farm way worse than you, so don't worry. I've seen like I was one game that I was playing, right? I was against a guy who I think at 10 minutes he had like 29 minions probably, or less than 29 minions. You have 56 and 11. That's actually really decent. That was both defensive flashes. I like it. See, you respect the fact that I have more damage than you, so you just respect that and flash away. That's what you should do always. Never hold your flashes. If you think that you're gonna die, flash away. It's better. It's better to save your flash and not die than to like not save it and die. Basically. No, get the wave first. Get the wave first always. Yeah. You should always get the wave first. Because that way you can guarantee income, and you can also guarantee that you have like a little bit more gold when you go base. Basically. But overall, okay, it's not as bad. So we actually already got some ground rules like set. That's not bad. We got some things already covered. But now, I would say it's just about the consistency. That's like the difference between a good player and an average player. Is the consistency of like doing things. So you should try to consistently get like more than 60 minions, basically.
Okay, well I'm at 63 at 12 minutes. So.
It's not bad. For the first time we're trying it, I'm basically playing really aggressive. Like to see how can you handle like the pressure of like a laner that like goes really aggressive on you. And it's not that bad. It could be worse.
Yeah.
It's the small victories that count. Don't like, for example, if okay, you have less farm than, for example, it was needed at 10 minutes, but you have more farm than it was expected for you to probably get, right? So it's a small victory, so it's better than not getting farm at all, basically. It's all from the small things, basically. What you should be looking to do is, whenever like I'm shoving the wave, you should shove the wave as well. Either you shove the wave or you try to freeze, which basically means if I push the wave as I did right now, right? What you should be looking to do is either punish me, exactly, or use the abilities on the waves just to make sure that the wave doesn't get to your turret. That's like the major things. Also, one more thing before I forget, because this is also important to farming. Whenever you're farming under the turret, okay, the melee minions take 2 auto attacks and then you auto attack the minion, right?
Okay.
The casters take 1 turret shot and then you auto attack the casters. The cannon minions when it's like no enough for you to auto attack. Basically. For example, now I'm gonna shove the wave just so I can show you basically like how you do this. Basically. Okay. If you basically go now to your turret, look. Okay. Okay, now wait.
Okay.
1, go. 1, go. 1, go. I'll try to wait. Let me try to do with the melees. Wait, let me shove this wave so I can show you with the melees, so it's easy. The melees is what I want to show you. Okay, so 1, 2.
Hit the wrong one.
Okay. Now the turret is all gonna focus that big one, so you can start like attacking the other ones, or Q. Okay, nice. The other one, nice. Wait. No, it's 2. It's auto attacks. This one is always 2 auto attacks. The one in the back is 1 auto attack basically. Let's try again. Wait. Let's try it again. Okay. Wait. 1, 2, go. Okay. 1, 2, go. Exactly. 1, 2, go. Now this one is 1, go. Wrong one, but it's fine. 1, go. Okay?
Okay.
That's how like you save, you basically farm like better under the turret. It's really hard to farm under the turret for somebody who carries early game.
Oh, for God's sake. Okay, I was trying.
No, but it's good though. You're trying. It's good because you're trying to do things. It's good. But see, that's the thing. Like, it takes time for you to basically like learn all those things. But I can guarantee you that like in probably like a month, probably,
Yeah.
you should be like way better. Because right now you just look at the difference right now in our farm. It's not that bad. Like I'm someone who's get like used to farming, but it could be worse.
Well, I've never had my farm at 95 at 16 minutes.
See,
So,
that's a small victory.
yes, it is.
It's with time. I'm sure with time like you're gonna start to get to a point where you're gonna like message me saying, Daniel, you don't even know. I just had like 60 minions at 10 minutes. I'm gonna be like, let's go. It takes time, but I'm sure you can do it.
Yeah.
Okay, what else can I teach you regarding like basic things? So farming is good to go. So just to recap, basically, melee minions take 2 auto attacks from the turret and then you auto attack them to finish. Caster minions take 1 auto attack, then you auto attack to finish it. Cannon minions will always be focused by the turret if they are near the turret range. Okay? So if this big one gets to the turret, it will always focus this one. Always. Okay? Unless like it's killing like another minion in the process. But should always look to focus the same minion. Okay? What else? You should always try to last hit the minions. That was not bad. But you should always like
Now
to
you're
look...
just bullying me.
Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, I didn't mean to bully.
It's fine.
But what you should look to do is normally try last hit, because like last hit guarantees you the money, right? So if you last hit the minion, you always get like the money respectively. So it's better to last hit the minion than to probably just like random auto attack. Just try to last hit like for the first couple of games, where you're getting used to farming. Just try to auto attack when the minion is almost close to dying, so you can get the gold for it. Okay?
Okay.
What else can I teach you about lanings? Oh, I don't know if you noticed, but when we started the game, the turrets had like little 5 health bars, the first turrets from each lane.
Yeah.
Okay, that's basically turret plating. If you get a turret plating, which is like damaging until like it goes down, so it's like the turret has 5,000 health. When it gets like to 4,000, 3,000, 2,000, 1,000, and when it dies, you get like extra gold, right? Until 14 minutes. Because when the 14 minutes arrive, the turret's plating goes away. So, if you get solo turret plating, if you're like on the only one attacking like the turret plating, or if you're the only one near the turret, you get 160 gold, which is half of a kill, which is like around 8 minions, basically. Should be around 8 minions, yeah. If you go with another person, which normally you're playing bottom lane, so you're gonna divide it with your support, you're gonna get 80, basically. But what you should be looking to do is capitalize on as much resources as you can. Try to get as many minions as you can, basically, always. Okay?
Yeah.
That's like your main idea, is getting as many minions as you can. If you get like, for example, 70 minions at like 10 minutes, perfect. And you get, for example, a turret plating plus 70 minions, that's actually good. Like 70 minutes is around what? So it's 18 minutes is 300, 18, 36.
Doing maths while playing
54.
League, always fun.
Yeah, 54, 72. Okay, so 72 minutes at 10 minutes to be around to 1,200 gold, right? And not counting the gold that you receive normally, like by just being in the game. So just from the minions, you get 1,200 gold. Plus 1 plate by yourself means basically that you have already enough gold to buy a BF swing.
Yeah.
Just from like 72 minions and a plate, okay? But it's like that's just way like we're getting like way out of hand right now, like because we're going way forward. Your main goal, what I want you to do is your main goal in your next 20 games, okay?
Yeah.
Is to have a 10 minutes more than 60 farm, or at least 60. Even if you're having a bad game, okay? That's your main thing. I'll be like analyzing the games with you, and like if you want, like we can actually just do a VOD review, which is basically like we analyze the game together, and I can tell you like the mistake that you did, or what you could have done like better. One of the things that I could tell you right now, from like just us playing this custom game, is try to basically respect your opponent more when you know that he has a better champion than you. But I will tell you like if it's a better champion early game or not than you. And try to not save flashes. You did good, like by not saving your flashes. Like use your flash if it's needed. It's better not to die. It's better to not save your flash and not die than to save your flash and you die. basically. Because you lose minions, you lose gold, and you lose like XP, basically. Okay?
Yeah, okay.
That's like the major things that I want you to like to take from this first coaching session, basically. Also, is there like any AD carry that you would like to learn, like, or that you think that you find interesting, but never played it, for example?
I'm not really sure because I don't know.
Okay.
I've never really thought about playing anybody else. I played Sivir for a while and got really annoyed with MF players, and I thought, what's the whole big thing about Misfortune? And then started playing, and I was like, okay.
The main thing is basically she just has a really strong early game, basically. Because your Q basically, like, you see, your Q bosses like can be really annoying. It's really hard to dodge if you're trying to farm like behind the minions, basically. That's like the big thing behind Misfortune. But I can tell you, like, for example, one AD carry that you might like that is similar to Misfortune and Sivir is, for example, Jinx.
Yeah.
Jinx
Oh,
is
I
really
hate
fun
Jinx
as well, for
players.
example. What?
I don't really like Jinx players. I get really annoyed with them.
See,
I would like to learn Jinx actually.
she is quite fun, and I can teach you Jinx as well. She's not hard to learn, but there's like basically her main strength is late game. Like, the more items that you have, the more annoying you will be to the enemy team, because you'll be really hard to deal with.
Breakfast.
And what I can tell you, like, for example, is Jinx early game is gonna be really hard to farm. You gotta have like a lot of trouble farming, because she has like low attack damage, basically, right?
Yeah.
But if you do like the strat of like just last hitting the minions when they're almost dying, you should be fine, basically. That's like your ideal thing, basically. So, do you want to hop into a custom game now again and try like just farming just to see how much you get?
Oh yeah.
Okay, let's just leave the game then. Let's do that.
Just exit, yeah.
Yeah, just exit the game. Now I'm going to invite you again. But this time, I'm only going to farm. I'm not going to attack you. I'm just going to farm. Because I want to see like how much minions can you get without me like trading with you or just like damaging you in general.
Okay.
Let me just close this real quick. Okay. Let me put you in this folder so it's easier to invite you. Okay. Oh, I was gonna say, no, since we're not gonna be trading, it's fine, never mind. I was gonna say you can try other different runes, but since we're not gonna be trading, we're just gonna be farming this game, it's fine. I'm going with Kasa, because I want to actually try to get better farming with her.
Or prey.
Yes. Okay. Okay. What can I ask you to, like, just so it's easier to even understand like what you might need help as well with, or what you need help with. Okay, let's just do it differently. What are the things that you feel like you need more help with besides the things that we already talked about, basically?
Team fights, and when it comes to coming out of lane phase, I don't know where I'm going or where I'm needed. I tend to just end up wandering around, being confused and looking like a lost puppy, not knowing what to do.
Okay, so when it comes to, let's go with the easier one, which is the laning phase. So laning phase normally ends, or like at least like in bottom lane specifically, when you get the first turret, right? After you get the first turret, you go top lane. You swap with your top laner goes bot, and you go top, right?
Yeah.
You get after you get the turret. It means if there's a turret to take. If the first turret is not taken, you swap with your enemy with your top laner. I mean, your top laner goes bot, you go top with your support.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Yeah,
You get
so
top
when
lane turret.
basically-
What?
Hmm?
What were you saying?
I was gonna say, so basically, after like lane phase is over, if there's still a tower top, to go top and swap with the top laner.
Exactly. After you take the tower top lane, what you should be looking to do is go mid and start grouping your teams, basically.
Okay.
But like when we go like a game together, we're probably not gonna play today, like a
Yeah,
normal
that's
game
fine.
today. But the next time, like the next coaching session game we do, we're gonna play a game together. I'm gonna try to basically guide you, like what you should be doing, when to go, where to go, like the things that you should be doing, right?
First time.
And when it comes to team fighting,
It was to save me.
your main focus should be the closest person to you. So if a tank is trying to attack you, you should auto attack and move back, basically, which is called kiting, which is attack, move, basically. Because you want to create space so you can damage them, but not being damaged by them. That's basically like the main thing, right?
30 seconds until
And you should always like try to be near your support or tell your support to be near you, so he can actually like help you and save you, and you do like damage without being like damaged by someone. There's always going to be problems, like for example assassins, which gonna be like they'll go up to you and they just kill you in case your support like can't help you or doesn't help you in general, right? But your main focus in the team fight should be focus the closest person to you, and don't never like try to go for more than you can. It's like if you can damage the tank and like keep fighting back without getting too much damage, try to basically kill them. If they just go away and they flash over wall, don't flash over them. Just like go back to your team, go back to your team group and try to basically do all over again, like sieging, by basically pushing the waves, try to get pressure on the objectives. That's basically the major thing about team fighting is focus your closest target ever, always. Since you're gonna play AD carry, like I'm telling you like the AD carry specifics. But like after this, I'm gonna send you like a website that I'm also using currently for like some tips in general, and I'll send you like I'll try to look for like an AD carry guides, and I'll send you just so like my coaching helps you, but also like that will also like help you even more, basically.
Okay, yeah.
That's like the major thing, basically.
Just that bit of extra kind of
Exactly.
thought in getting things.
Because like what I'm teaching right now is like the fundamentals. Like yes, you will learn them,
Oh, tree.
but like if you learn, like if you have a little bit more like to explain you even better, it also helps you. Because like I'll tell you just the basics so you get basically a general idea of what can you do basically to like improve in general. And you should always play to improve. Have fun, of course, but always play to improve, always.
And hunts.
Even if it's a normal game, play to improve. Because normal games should be like the bread and butter for us to improve. But people sometimes go troll, and that's okay. Some people like prefer to have fun in games, and actually just troll, but they might end up winning. But that doesn't mean that you can't do like play something random but improving as well, right? It's like the major thing, basically. Okay, so far so good actually.
This is my learn.
You shouldn't be afraid to use your abilities, by the way, when you're farming.
That's another thing I got told off for doing, is always using my abilities to farm.
So it helps you
Especially
basically like
not
secure the
painted.
minion as well. That's why.
Void rule number 1. Don't die.
Oops, my bad.
I came to the hunt.
I can control my. I can
See,
control.
that's the free shot back.
Exactly. The thing is, actually, okay, you
That
can
was actually
poke
by
me.
accident.
Okay, that's the one thing. You can poke you, but I can't poke you.
Oh, okay.
Just so you can get used to basically like the laning phase in general.
This place is beautiful. I'm going.
I didn't know whether it was a situation of you don't hit me, I won't hit you.
It should be that, but I would prefer like if you get used to like also like trying to get minions and poking. Okay, there's only one thing. Okay, there's one thing I can tell you now. For example, what you should be looking to do is like try to last hit basically. Whenever like if you don't want to shove, right? Just wait for the minions to get low and then auto attack the minions. It's like easier basically for you.
Stand firm.
See now the difference, for example, now the difference isn't that like that high. The difference of like farm between me and you right now.
Yeah.
It's all about like.
What is the difference?
Right now it's 10. The last game was, I think it was 20 almost.
Stay alert. Stay aggressive.
So like it's not like that different of a number, but it makes a difference like in the long run basically. You're poking. I like that. It's good. You actually taking advantage of like of when you can poke and poking. That's good. Okay, you're listening better now. Nice. Takes time, but you're gonna get used to it. It's fine.
Feed
One more?
beast,
There we go.
albeit small.
Okay, they almost the cannon. Okay.
I can make a difference here.
You just have to conserve your mana more, basically. That's why like that wounds is not those wounds are not that bad. But like what you should be looking to do is don't use your E as often because your E like takes consumes a lot of mana. Fuck.
Yeah.
You should like your main focus to be poking should be like your Q basically, as MF.
This world is changing. We decided it was.
Fuck.
I was spared for a reason.
That's why I always level up my Q first, and then
Yes.
I level up my Q first, then my E, then my W.
You should max your W after your Q, not your E.
Okay.
Because like you will use mostly your attack speed buff from the W, then what you use your E. Your E is basically just to like just some slow to poke people basically.
Yeah.
It's like the main thing what you're gonna be using your W for, or your E. I mean.
I didn't think of.
I really like the skin them.
In the manner I choose.
I really like my. I actually like both skins actually.
The skin I've got on.
Yeah,
Yeah, my full party one.
but I prefer my
Prefer
skin
the
to be
arcade.
honest.
I prefer my arcade skin.
Like KDA is like I have an unconditional love for KDA by the way, just letting you know. I like really love KDA.
Poking my minions, I poke you at the same time.
You're slowly learning. I'm enjoying that. That's good. That's good. But see, look for example, look at your farm now. You had this farm when
Wasn't
it
it
was like
10
11 minutes. See, you had this farm at like 11 minutes before, so you're
Yeah.
improving. Of course, I'm not poking you, but like you're still like let's hitting a lot better.
Don't laugh at me.
I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at Kaiser.
I just might be
See,
better.
that's the key. Okay, you're denying me farm. Nice.
And home by
Okay. See, you're starting to learn. There we go. Now we're slowly getting there. Now that's what I like to see. We're slowly getting there. This is just our second game, like testing. And we're already seeing
I'm a
improvement.
quick learner, so it's kind of like one of those.
Hey, please don't. Okay.
Okay,
there we go.
Okay. It's tough.
No, but you're farming a lot better. Actually, look at your farm. I just want you to look at your farm and admire the fact that you have 66 minions,
66.
and we literally have one more wave missing. Okay, so you might get to 70. This is like the wave that is gonna like dictate the 10 minutes. I want to be watching now, cause now I want you to watch how much minions you get. Can you get to 70? The pressure game. Can she get to 70?
Yes.
Hey, let's go. See, 70 minutes at 10 minutes, and that's the ideal for a gold player. Okay, for a gold player.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So what I can say is, I see improvement. I do. and we're just at the second game. So I would say like a month should be more than enough for you to actually just completely like be completely better. Like we will see a lot of differences between now
Serve.
and like in a month from now, for sure.
Yeah. I really appreciate you helping me out.
No, of course. I like helping people in general, and like I was always thinking of like why shouldn't I coach? Like I've been playing this game for like a decade, so why not just like try to help people and like telling them what I learn every single day as well. See? Okay, how much gold do you have right now?
How much what?
How much gold do you have right now?
2,700?
See? Adds from 70 minions and a plate.
Nice.
So as you can see, like it takes time. But
Yeah.
what I want you to focus is like I told you, what I want you to focus for now is farm. Cause like farm is gonna be the biggest thing like when you get like when you start like going ranks and you start like climbing. It's like it's gonna be one of the major things. Exactly. But see, it's like we notice the
I'm gonna
difference.
back now.
Yeah, I was actually trying to like make you sure that you go back, not like telling you to go back. Like if I tell you just to go back, you will know like, oh, I have to go back. But if I try to basically trade with you and force you to go back, then you have to go back. But that's good. Like the first time you go back, you have 83 minions. That's really good actually. We're seeing some changes. I'm liking this. Okay, wait. When did we start again? Let me check. Just so I can have a clear idea. 6:12. Okay.
A moving target lives longer.
So I guess like just to not like tire your head like too much, like from just like a lot of information.
Yeah.
I was gonna say like now we're gonna leave like the custom now, right? And I'm just gonna talk to you like for a bit just to like make sure this is like an hour of coaching and like help you basically like and just basically do a summary of like
Okay.
what we learned today, right?
You want me to just exit, yeah?
What?
You want me to exit this game?
Yeah. So now, to basically finish off everything, right? What I want you to do is, I want you to tell me, like, what did you learn from today? Like, what were the major things that you think that, like, helped you a lot? And what do you think, like, is going to be your next, like, possible, oh, I want to learn this, basically.
Well, today I learned about, like, when minions are at a tower, like, isn't it like the first 3, it's 2 shots, then 2.
Yes, 2 shots on the turret and then
then-
you auto attack, yes.
Yeah, and then the other small minions are
The
1 shot
casters.
from turret. Yeah, and then it's 1 shoot from yourself.
Exactly.
And then the turret will always target the canyon minion.
Exactly.
And just, I've got to make sure that I get around 60 farm for 10 minutes.
Okay.
And just kind of not put pressure on, but kind of in that sense put a little bit of pressure.
Try to trade as often as you can, but without wasting minions, basically.
Yeah.
Okay. What else can I tell you, like, that I didn't tell you yet is... Okay, so the AD carries that you play, it depends on the playstyle, right? Right now I'm gonna share you my screen so I can show you, basically. Like, your optimal runes should be around this. Wait, let me wait for my league to load. Come on, league. Please. No?
Depends if it loads. Honestly.
Okay, let's do it like this. Okay, can you see my screen now?
Okay. Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna show you like the different rune sets that you should be looking to do. Well, let me delete this one because this one is okay. Let's go with this. So for now, let's go with AD carry. So, for example, for misfortune, the ones that you normally take, which is the ones that you were taking right now, are this. This. This is the runes that you were taking, right?
Yeah.
Okay. For example, the other type of runes that you can take on misfortune are these ones. Yo, press the attack, which is the one where like free auto attacks after free auto attacks, right?
Yeah.
You do more damage to the person. I can even show you the details so you can see like. But the 3 auto attacks the 3 auto attack deals 40 to 180 adaptive damage, which basically means that you do more damage on the 3rd auto, and increases the damage that they take from every single thing. Doesn't matter if it's turrets, allies, minions, for 8 to 12% for 6 seconds.
Okay.
Right? So on Misfortune you can go with this. Your Q also procs this. By the way, your Q procs this. By the way, it procs 1 stack of this. Then you go Triumph, because whenever you get a takedown, which means assists or kills, give you 12% of your missing health, and you get plus 20 more gold. Right? Okay. So it's more income, basically. You can go Alacrity, which basically gives you more attack speed per stacks. The stacks you get from Champion Takedown, as you can see, basically Champion Takedown, every monster takedown, large monster kills, or minions. Minions are the slowest for you to basically get the stacks with. At level, when the Legend of Alacrity is maxed up, you get 18% attack speed, which is the same as a dagger and a half of a dagger. So it's basically you get 450 gold for free from a rune, right?
Okay.
Tenacity gives you 30% tenacity, which is 5 plus 25 from the stacks, which is enough, which is the same as your Mercury Tread, which is the boots from Magic Resist. So you get like 1,100 gold without the Magic Resist, of course, from a rune. Then you have Lifesteal, the Lifesteal one, which is Bloodline. You get 12% Lifesteal, which is 0.6 per stack, and it's equivalent to Vampiric Scepter plus, I think it's 20% of, yeah. So it's like a Vampiric Scepter and 20% of Vampiric Scepter. Or if you want to put it in like an easier term, it's 4 Doran's Blades, basically.
Okay.
For free. So 4 Doran's Blades are, so 450 times 4, that's 1,800. So it's basically 1,800 gold for free, right? I would say the most optimal for you as a MF, normally, if you go this build, is to go Bloodline. Because on MF you don't want to focus too much on attack speed, you just want to focus on the burst that you get from your Q and your consistent damage with your ult. So I would say go Bloodline. Here you always go this one, which is Kudra, or you go Cut Down. This one basically is like when people are lower HP than 40% HP, you do more damage, 8% more damage to them. Cut Down is good against tanks. So for example, a tank has more HP than you, for example, has more 2,000 HP than you, right?
Yeah.
You will do like a 7% more damage. I don't know like the real calculations behind like the damage charts, but you will do more. It's like the Blade of the Ruin King item, basically. It's like the more HP they have, the more damage that you do, but Blade of the Ruin King applies with current HP. So if they have less HP, then you will do less damage, right?
Okay.
While Cut Down, it's about the max HP. So it doesn't matter if, for example, imagine for example you're fighting a Scion, for example, right? Scion has 2,000 more HP than you. Even if his even if his HP is lower than you, like at the current moment, you will still do more damage to him, because Cut Down goes on max HP and not current HP, right? So if they have 2 tanks, for example, if they have a tank top lane and a tank jungle, you go Cut Down. Or if they have a tank top lane and a support, you go to Cut Down. In case they don't have like that much tanks or don't have any tanks, Kudra, always. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. Secondary, you go Inspiration. You go Boots, which basically means you can't buy boots, but you get boots for free, which was what happened like when the first game that we did when I was playing Lucian. You get the boots at 12 minutes if you don't get any kills or takedowns, right? But for each takedown that you get, you reduce 14.5 seconds. Also, these boots give you 10 more movement speed. So if instead of getting only 25, you get 35. It's like it doesn't seem like that different, but you will feel the difference like in game. You can feel the difference basically. So the idea is going magical footwear, always, right? Second, you could go biscuit delivery, which is every 2 minutes until 6 minutes you get a biscuit. Biscuits regen 10% of your like missing health, right? And consuming a biscuit like increases your mana by 50. Like after you eat a biscuit, you instantly get 50 mana instantly, right? Oh, wow. If you're playing with other champion that doesn't use mana, you get 12%. These are like the optimal ones. Then in here you can go damage armor, or if in case you prefer to have a little bit of attack speed, since you don't have attack speed in here, you got attack speed here. This is like your runes for Misfortune. It did this, or like the comets when a flow, absolute focus, gathering. You switch here to Triumph, coup de gras, and you go damage. This is like the major things. Okay.
Yeah.
Also,
By avoiding Dark Harvest, then.
you can go dark. If you want to go, if you want to go dark harvest, you can also go dark harvest. But I can show you the runes for dark harvest. So if you go dark harvest, you go dark harvest. Of course, you go cheap shot. Why? Your E procs cheap shot because whenever champions are being like impaired movement or actions, which basically means slow, stun, fruit, entangled, freeze. You basically your next. I think it's any damage. Yeah, any damage that you do. If it's auto abilities, it doesn't matter. Gives them 2 damage. This is really good early game. Just so it's really good. For example, your E will always proc 2 damage. Always. Right?
Okay.
Then you go eyeball collection, which basically means for every time you get a champion takedown, which is a kill or assist, you get 1.2 attack damage, and you can get 10 eyeballs, which basically means 6 AD. Wait, what? Wait, get an active bonus. Oh, okay. No, wait. I was saying badly. Wait, I actually wasn't saying it correctly. So correctly is at 10 stacks you get 12 AD, right, or 20 AP, and after you get the 10 stacks you get additionally 6 AD or 10 AP. So you get either 18 AD or you get 30 AP, basically. Okay. You can also go, for example, these two I wouldn't recommend you, Zombie Ward and Ghost Poro, unless you're playing jungle or support. These two, because this one is okay. Wait, Jesus, excuse me. So this one, Zombie Ward, basically means whenever you kill a ward, another ward pops in, right? And while the ward is up, you no, okay. For each ward that you pop up, you get the same thing as the eyeball collection. It's the same thing. It's the same thing as this, but this one gives you like a temporary ward. The ward gives like lasts for 2 minutes, but it doesn't count for your ward vision. But that is not like completely necessary for you to like have an idea of, because like it's not going to be a major part of your like consistency, basically.
Okay.
But it's just so I can explain like the runes in general. Like this ward, this basically lasts the ward for 2 minutes. The wards are visible. Unless, like, for example, the normal wards that we put down, they're not visible unless they have a control ward, right? These ones are always visible, always. The difference is, instead of the eyeball collection, the difference between eyeball collection and zombie ward is, after having 10 zombie wards, you will always get 10 adaptive force. Adaptive force is either AP or AD. So Riot basically like did something which was, adaptive force basically is, a champion can get a bonus AP or AD from the runes, right? You don't necessarily always get AD, because if you buy AP items and you have more AP than you have AD, you get adaptive force AP specifically. If you have from AD, you get AD, basically. Ghost Poro is whenever your wards expire, right? Yeah. They leave a Ghost Poro for 60 seconds. And if an enemy passes by the Ghost Poro, you get an instant ping on the map made by the Poro itself, basically.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then the stacking part is exactly like Zombie Ward, but the most optional is going eyeball collection. Then on this one, you have 3 options. Okay? You have Ravenous Hunter, which basically means every ability that you do damage with, you regen HP. I think the max healing you can get from this is, okay, so 2.5 times 5 is 12.5. Right? Wait, 2.55. Yeah. So you get you get basically 14% healing from like Bounty Hunt or the Ravenous Hunter. For you to get stacks from the Hunter is whenever you kill a champion for the first time. So you can only get 5 stacks. While, for example, eyeball collection, you can, for example, get 10 stacks from the same champion. While in this case, you can only get like, it's basically unique. Let's say uniquely stacked. Like you can, for example, the support, you get 1 stack. If you go to support again, you don't get the second stack. You only get 1 stack, right? Yeah. So this is one of the runes that you can go. This I wouldn't recommend, at least like for MF specifically, which is you get active cooldown reduction on your items. For example, Ghost Blade will have lower cooldown, which is good, but it's not the most optimal one. Yeah. Or and your wards also have lower cooldown. So the only items have actives. Yomu's Ghost Blades, for example, Predator Boots, for example, Righteous Glory, Blood of the Ruined King, and so on, right? Relentless Hunter is you get movement speed out of combat, so that pairs really well with your W, which is good. So it helps you get faster to lane, so you don't lose as many minions.
Okay.
And then you have Ultimate Hunter, which is your cooldown, your ultimate cooldown is lower. What I would say the most optimal one is probably Relentless. It helps you move around the map and it helps you get to lane faster and run away faster, right?
Yeah.
But if you're looking to trade more constantly, I would go Revenant Hunter. If you're looking more into team fights in general because you feel like your ulti will be really important, Ultimate Hunter. But the most optimal one, Relentless Hunter, always. Okay?
Okay.
Unless you feel like, oh, I feel comfortable around this laning phase. When you feel comfortable, right? I'll go Revenant Hunter so I can have more sustain in lane, basically.
Okay.
Here is the same thing as like this runes is the same. Is Triumph coup de grace always. This is always the same as well.
Okay.
So the difference, basically, the major difference here is if you don't go Comet here, you don't change this. This stays the same. But if you change this to press the attack, then this side goes into Inspiration with Boots, Cookies, and Attack Speed.
Okay.
Okay? So that's the free run pages that you can run on MF. Not this, wait. This. This is like the most, like the free, better runes for MF right now, basically.
Okay.
The one that you will see probably being used the most is either Dark Harvest or Press the Attack. You don't see Comet as often because people prefer the Dark Harvest in general. Comet is really good, but Dark Harvest does its jobs better because if you get to a low HP target, if you damage them, you get extra damage, so it's better. And you also like you stack damage infinitely, basically, so it's better. What else? I need to send you. I will send you the guide after like the session. I don't think there's anything missing. Oh no, wait. Build wise, what do you normally build on MF normally?
Let me get my build. If I can find out where I put it. Items. So, for sometimes I use a ADC power one, but then I'm currently testing one at the moment.
Okay.
From what I can see, it's actually the same as the one you've got up.
This one.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's pretty much the same. Yeah, it's the same.
So I'm gonna do one thing to help you, okay? And I'm gonna put 3 builds in the same item set, and I'm gonna send you. So whenever you're playing MF, you can see the 3 builds and you can choose like between each game, basically.
Okay, yeah.
So for example, if you go in Dark Harvest, you have the first build. For example, if you go in Combat, you have the second. Press attack the first. Okay. So first off, let's just remove this, because let's make it easier, basically. Let's just remove this. Okay. So first off, you can always start Doran's Blade or Doran's Shield. It depends. If you're in a lane, not this one, this one. If you're in a lane that basically like punishes you a lot, and you feel like you won't be able to like sustain just from Doran's Shield, you can go Doran's Blade. Go Doran's Shield. Okay. So let's create the 3 item sets. Okay. Let's start with the first one. This one is the Dark Harvest. So Dark Harvest. This is Dark Harvest build. So you start with this. Oh wait, let me already set it up. This so it's Comet build, and this one is the PTA, which is press the attack build. Okay. So your first item should always be movement items. Ghostblade. Always.
Okay.
The reason behind first going Ghostblade is because of the movement speed out of combat.
Okay.
Okay? This should be your first item always. The boots you can either go attack speed boots, or you can go MR boots. In case they actually no, wait. Let me explain to you easier. So you normally go always attack speed boots, right?
Okay, yeah.
You can go MR boots in case they have a lot of AP play, a lot of AP champions and a lot of CC like stuns, slows, freezes, and so on. And if they have a full AD team, you go Tavis always.
Okay.
Okay. So after this, let's remove the boots. So this should look like your ideal core items, which is the items that you always need. Not ghost blade, disc blade. Are boots and these two little babies. Okay. Always. At least on the Dark Harvest build specifically. Always this. Then you should be looking to build Black Cleaver, which basically helps you shred people with your ult and do more damage with your Qs, which is like your idea. You can, for example, now go. If you feel like you need a little bit more attack speed, which I will give you like in the Dark Harvest build because you might need it, you can go either Phantom Dancer. Phantom Dancer is real situational, by the way, which means is, for example, if they have an assassin and the assassin is fed, go Phantom Dancer. Okay, because the Phantom Dancer gives you a shield, basically, whenever you're almost dying.
Yeah.
So it's really good to like protect against that. In case they don't, then you go one of my favorite actually shiv items, which is Rapid Fire Cannon. Gives you extra range on your next auto attack. Okay?
Okay.
So right now we have boots, 1, 2, 3, 4, one of those two. Right?
Okay.
For last items you should go normally Last Whisper, and a Last Whisper, wait, let's do it like this. Okay, Last Whisper. Okay, like this. So you go either Mortal Reminder if they have a lot of healing, or you go Lord Dominic's Regards if they have a lot of tanks with a lot of HP. Actually, wait, never mind, it doesn't do it anymore. Actually, no, never mind.
Oh.
Actually, I forgot that they removed that. So let me rephrase myself. So in case they have a lot of healing, Mortal Reminder. In case you feel like they are building a lot of armor there, you go Dominic's Regards, right? So I'm going to put both in here so like you know basically which to go when. And then to finish off your build, which basically have so boots, one of the boots, 2, 3, 4, actually wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, I'm trolling. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is actually the full build. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, this is the full build. Never mind, I'm trolling. Okay. So in case you feel like you don't need like one of the Last Whispers because they don't have a lot of tanks, you can go GA. Guardian Angel, where the fuck are you? Guardian Angel. Or, and this is really really like an exception to the build. If you feel like you need a little bit more damage and you feel like you should be fine without like having the GA, you can go Infinity Edge.
Okay.
Okay. This is basically what you need to know for like. Oh wait, let me put also the pots because like refillable or the normal pots. The normal pots, where the fuck are they? Oh, normal pots. Control word. Always buy a control word whenever you can, because vision wins games. Okay, no matter doesn't matter what people tell you, vision wins games. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Also, level 9, you should switch to this trinket.
Okay.
Because it's better for you to basically have
9?
towards. What?
Is it level 9 again?
Yeah, level 9. Because it's like this trinket, but this one can be seen, and you can like use it far away. So if you want, like, if you need immediate vision because you don't know if the jungler is there, you can use this word basically.
Okay.
Okay. So this is the Dark Harvest build. Now let's go into the Comet. Comet is actually I'm actually trolling because the Comet is the same build actually. The only difference is instead of going GA or Infinity Edge, you go one of these two. One of these plus one of this. So let's just do it like this. Because the build ends up being the same. Okay. So this one we take it off. Because this one is gonna be the one being different. Okay, press attack is now the different build. So press attack, the boots are basically the same shenanigans, which is this, or this. Okay. But now Your first item will be Blade of the Rune King. Why? So you can proc your blade, your PTA faster, and also helps you sustain in lane.
Okay.
Okay. Secondary, you go rapid fire or PD. Basically, or PD. Then you go Incense River, which is similar to Infinity Edge, but instead of like doing more damage to your crits, you restore mana every time you auto attack.
Okay.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And then to finish off your build, you can go either Infinity. If you really feel like, if you feel comfortable enough, you can go Infinity. And you have 75% crit. You go one of the last whispers. Or you go the one and only, of course, J.
Yep.
Okay? This would be like your most optimal builds, which is Comet and Dark Harvest. Always take the... Oh wait, let me also put the... This. Okay. This would be like your most optimal like builds. If you go Dark Harvest or Comet, you go this. If you go PTA, you go this. Right?
Okay.
There are going to be scenarios where you might like change your build a little bit, but all in all, this should be like your core build all the games, basically.
Yeah.
Also, wait, let me actually put one more item in here. In case you don't feel comfortable enough not having like lifesteal in the build, you can put this, which is Death Stance. Death Stance basically like reduces the damage that you get dealt by 30%, but you get that damage as a bleed, and you heal from 50% of the damage dealt. So it like gives you some sustain basically.
Okay.
But this is like this is basically the build that you should go for. Wait, let me. Okay, this is like the build. This is like the build pattern. Like no matter what, you always go for this. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
What else can I tell you about the runes or the builds in general? There are going to be some times where you might need to change a little bit your build sometimes, but it won't change a lot. So I'm going to put like some different items that you can buy. But these items are really situational. Okay? For example, let me just put situational. I'll explain to you like why like each item specifically, so it's easier for you. Situational. Okay. This one is when they have a lot of tanks that don't have a lot of MR, because this actually shreds through their max HP, as you can see. Basically, spells burn for 3 seconds, dealing bonus damage equal to 1.5 of their maximum health per second. Burn damage is increased by 2.5 against movement impaired units. For example, if you E someone, this does more damage, like the passive from the item in general, like the little burn. This is a situational item. What else is a situational item? This. Is it this? Okay, it's this one. This one is situation in case like they have a lot of APs, Malva Mortuus, right? This one as well, because they have a lot of, in case they have a lot of CC. What else? Health. Let's see if there's any health items that you might be able to get. Trinity Force, but that's like when you really want to try things out. Basically, you go try first. What else? Negative damage, attack speed. Rage Blade if you want to try things out. Basically, like some of the items in here is just in case you want to try things out. Basically, this is really situation in case you want to shove the wave and you feel like you don't need the PD for like the shield, or you don't need the rapid fire cannon for the extra damage. Basically.
Okay.
Let me see what else. This damage. Knight's Veil in case you feel like you need more lethality on the Dark Harvest and Comet builds. Bloodthirster. Wait, is this the Bloodthirster? No, it's not this one. It's this one. What else? That's pretty much it, I think. Oh wait, no. Man Immune in case you feel like you need some sustaining lane and you don't like minding trying new things, basically. Lifesteal is basically already covered that up. Armor pen, you already have the items. Clown reduction, I don't think there's anything that you can be using as a misfortune. No. AP, I don't think there's anything as well besides the leandries. These are probably like one of the only items, I guess. I mean, void stuff, I guess, if you want to try AP MF, I guess. It can be a thing as well. Magic pen. Yeah, I guess that's pretty much it, I guess. Yeah, so, to basically summarize everything up. Dark Harvester Comet build. This is like the build pattern. You adapt, whenever you see like two items that are like similar. For example, these two you adapt to like to your needs. These two as well. This 5 actually as well. Same thing with the PTA build. You adapt to what you need. The Zeal items and the Last Whispers or GA. This one is according to each game basically. If it's a game that you feel like you need, for example, the Maw for Mortals because they have 2 AP mages that burst you a lot, you can go Maw and sacrifice one item for the Maw, for example. Instead of going Last Whisper, you can go Maw, for example.
Okay.
Like overall, that's basically like the major build is this basically. No, wait, let me. Now, I'm gonna send you this. You basically copy this, and you do it like this. Wait, let me show you on my end. So you go to collection, right? To items. You click this one, and after you copy, just click paste copied set, and it should appear to you, basically.
I'll copy it now.
You copy every single thing that like on the message, and then you go to like to the collection items, and you basically paste the copied set, and it should appear on you basically.
Ah! Sorry, I'm sat on a chair that's really good. I almost fell off the chair. Yeah, I've got it now.
Okay, so that's basically the major things. Is there like any doubts or any like questions you might have?
No, but I really appreciate like everything you've done today.
I mean, this is just the first lesson. There's more to come. Because don't think you're gonna be like getting rid of me with just one lesson. No. I'm gonna make sure that next season, and I'm telling you right now, that we at least get to silver or high silver. I'm telling you right now. My main goal is to get you to silver next season. Because the season is almost over, and I don't want to put pressure onto you in like 20 days to get to silver. Like just let's forget this season for now, okay?
Yeah.
Let's just focus on like improving, getting better, and then we will see like how things go from there, basically.
Okay.
Okay? So, Ether or Sprinkle, as you prefer for me to call it, it's the same. So you don't have any questions?
Kitty.
As you so Sprinklekitty. Let's go with Sprinklekitty then. So you don't have any questions, I'm assuming.
No.
Okay. Also, if you ever need anything, like even if it's the dumbest question, you might think it's the dumbest. It's not a dumb question, because if you want to ask something, it's because you want to learn. You can feel free to message me either on Discord or on League if I'm online. Okay.
Okay.
Even if it's like, oh, Daniel, by the way, what should I, like, imagine, for example, you say, oh, Daniel, they have 2 assassins, but they also have a tank. What do I build? I will tell you, okay, you can go, for example, PD or Phantom Dancer, and then you go one of the Last Whisper items.
Okay.
Like, even if it's just like for basic questions, just feel free to like ask me, like anywhere, basically. Okay?
Thank you.
You don't need to thank me. I told you already. I'm here to help, and as long as I can help people, I'm happy with that.
Alright then.
So, I guess I'll see you in the next session, which should be the next time you're free. Basically, just hit me up and then we can do it again. Okay?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. This has been your boy Daniel, by the way, guys. Nakib, you should cut the last part that I'm going to say right now because I'm going to do some self-promotion. Okay? You can follow me on Twitch at twitch.tv/i_am_Dan. I'll be streaming there for the whole month of November. And as always, guys, I'll see you in the stream. Bye.